All right, for those that are on the YouTube, please let us know if the audio is all gravy. This is what we're doing. A new link has been created. Obviously, it wouldn't be TDIP Tuesdays without some kind of tomfoolery. You know how we do. You know how your boys are. Oh, there we go. That sounds about right.
We there?
Yes. Okay. Right. Now we're good. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody in between, welcome to the Waivers Podcast in the History of Existence. I'm your boy King Prime.
I'm your boy Sire the God.
You know who we be.
It's TDIP, obviously.
And welcome to episode 27. Okay, first things first, guys. Just want to let you know that your boy's a little bit subdued today due to the fact that I have swollen glands. But I'm here for you guys. So I'm not going to go into the spiel. I'm not going to go into the nonsense, the introductions, all them things there. All I'm going to say is, if this isn't a reason enough for you guys to sign up to the Patreon, I don't know what I want for you. Like, because evidently we're prepared to be here through rain, sleet, hail, snow.
Listen, we show
sickness,
up, you know. We show up every week, even if we're feeling crazy.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? The amount of times I've gone off camera and I'm like sneezing and stuff like that. It is what it is, man.
Exactly. So
it's what it is.
Please understand, guys. So please, not going to go into the whole spiel. www.patreon.com/TDIP. Please support your boys in our endeavors. It starts from a measly £3 a month, equivalent of 10 pence a day. Please, please, please support your boys. Okay. Now,
I know we look like we're about to do a conference.
You know like that. You know like that. Like,
but we here, we TDIP. That no.
And we're still on our Tuesday night bullshit. Okay?
Yeah.
So please understand, do not get it twangled. Even though we are dressed to the nines, we're suited booted and them things there. We said we're going to be suited booted. We're still, chatting hella breeze upon the Tuesdays. Right. So, bear with me just a second whilst I go to the Instagram. Obviously, you know your boy starts off with the questions on IG, what you guys have put into the responses. And the question on IG, the TDIP safe space, was ways to ruin I love you. The worst responses to I love you in less than 3 words.
Hold on. Worst responses to I love you in less than 3 words.
3 words or less.
Let me, before we go into this, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know my response to I love you?
What?
Good, you should.
That's outstanding, bro. That is outstanding. That is absolute chaos and mayhem, bro. Good, you should.
Good, you should.
That is
I think that's an appropriate way to answer that.
It's hilarious. That's hilarious. It's chaotic, but it's hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. Right. So, hold on. Let's just go into the comments and see what boogie. Okay. You look like one of you is about to walk me down the aisle.
Maybe.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Well, anyway, so the worst responses to I love you in 3 words or less. WTF.
What the fuck? Yeah.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Right?
Nah, what do you mean? Thank you is good.
Nah.
Thank you.
So basically,
if a girl turns around and says to me, "I love you," thank you.
Yeah, but it implies hesitation. That's horrible. Anyway,
why? What is? No, hold up. let's just quickly just ask this question. What is expected from after I love? If someone says I love you.
Well, what is expected is I love you too. That's expected.
Yeah, but say you don't love the person.
Then you say, well, one of the responses here will be, do you lift? Do you know how much of a piece of shit?
I love you. Do you lift though?
I love you. Do you lift? Do you know how much of a bastard you are if you say that? Do you lift? Madness.
Do you know what? Yeah, there is a point. Yeah, and I think people would agree with me. Yeah, there is a point. Yeah, in a relationship. Yeah, where one person loves the other person. Yeah, more or completely than the other person loves.
Oh yeah.
There's a point in the relationship. Yeah,
Yes.
it might just be. It could be. I don't know. 3 months to 6 months in.
Facts.
It might even be 6 months to 12 months in, yeah?
Facts.
But one person is going to be at I love you stage. And one person's going to be like, yeah. And I think it's usually the woman. It's usually the woman's at the I love you stage before the guy.
Well, yeah, I'll be inclined to agree with that because obviously women are more emotionally invested humans, creatures. So they are likely to be there. They are more likely to be there. More than men, or be there first, be there before men. So I understand that. Alright, say less. So basically, that's basically somebody said I love you to me because I always say, alright, say less. That's what you say, alright, say less. Alright.
I love you. Alright, say less.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Alright. Big man, shush.
Big man? Big man? Yeah, if I said I love you to a girl and they said big man,
Hey, big man,
shush.
shush.
I might cry. I'm crying. I might cry. Yeah, I'm crying.
Nah,
I'm not even a crier, but
my chest would cave
I'm
in.
crying.
No, baby,
Fuck it. I'm crying.
I love you. Big man.
Big
Shush.
man. Yo, shush.
Shush.
No! What? No way.
Oh my god.
No way.
Do you know how funny that actually is?
Big man, shush. Yo, big man. How you gonna call me big man and then say shush? That is. You just little boy man and said big man at the same time. How you gonna little boy man and say big man at the same time, bro?
Yeah.
I'm crying. I'm crying.
Alright. So one of our veterans' sister wives decided not to follow the instructions. I said 3 words or less. She decided to give it 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 words. Double it and pass it to the next one.
Double it and pass it to the next one.
Yeah, so, hey babe, I love you. Double that, pass to the next one.
That's a bit rude.
Bro, that's not nice.
That's rude, bro.
That's not nice. Alright.
Yo, who said that?
Shantae.
Shantae, man. Shantae.
Shantae with the F-ries. Shantae with the fuckery.
With a fuckery there.
Yeah. Rules are for the weak. Say less. Alright, say less. Alright. They all do. That's a bit of you. That's a bit of you. Yeah, I love you.
Yeah.
What else is new?
Yeah. It happens.
Wait, okay. Oh, he goes, I love you. Took your time.
It took your time.
Took your time. Finally.
I love you. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Yeah.
This one here.
I love you. Thought so. Do you know that? Yo. I love you, babe. Yeah, thought so.
That's flipping hilarious, bruv. That's flipping hilarious.
No, my favorite one is good. I literally use that one. Good. You should. All right. Good.
Yeah. All right. This one's from Kuda. Shout out Kuda from Deja.
Big up Mutsa. Obviously.
Don't know Mutsa, big up yourself.
TDIP, obviously.
All right. She says, you love who? Like there's some confusion going on in your emotional state. I love you. Who?
Who? Oh, me.
All right. I don't care.
Oh.
See, now I know. Like, okay, there was a.
That's for the end of the relationship.
Yeah.
I love you. I don't care.
Okay.
That's for the end.
Yeah.
That's not for the beginning.
Nope.
That's when the shit's just is fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, who hurt these people,
Yeah.
innit, Cherie? Who hurt them?
Right. This one here, I know you like. Good for you. I know that's a bit of you. I love you. Good for you. Well done.
I don't know about good for you, actually. I don't think I'd use that still.
Really?
I don't think I'd use a good for you.
That's on the same realms as good you should.
Nah, I don't think.
I think it is.
I think good for you is a bit rude still. Like,
all of this is rude. All of this is rude. All right. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, that's
up.
Do you know when a girl says, "Oh, that's cute," yeah, after you say "I love you," she don't rate you, bruv.
She don't rate you.
She is not there yet,
nope.
bruv. You overstepped.
Yep.
You overstepped the
facts. Facts.
Yeah.
All right.
Nah, I definitely think, yeah. Okay, there is that point. Okay, where I said there's one person that loves the other person more. I think we should normalize that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we should actually normalize not forcing a "I love you," bro.
100%.
Don't force a "I love you," bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you know what it is? If you feel, and this is what I said. This is what I said to my girl. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. If you feel to say that, then just say it.
Yeah.
I don't need to say it necessarily back, because you should say it because that's what you feel. Mm-hmm. You feel me?
Yeah.
You should say it because that's what you feel, regardless of how I'm gonna respond to it. You get me?
Facts.
That's what you feel like in the moment. And you know, even when you're in the relationship, you know, people. Do you know what? You seen them people that are in relationships, yeah, and they're constantly like, "Oh my God, I love you too, I love you too."
They're batties. They are batties.
And every 5 minutes, it's like they need to say "I love you," and they need the "I love you too" back.
Yeah.
Those people there get on my nerves.
Yeah, codependency dons, right?
Nah, they get on my nerves, bruv, because those people there, they're not genuine, bruv. Like, it's not, you cannot be reeling off that many "I love yous." Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
I just don't. It's disingenuous to suggest that you're that. It's just that you need to hear it. As you said, it's a codependency, bruv. It's an insecurity. You have to hear it
100.
in order to feel like it's real.
100.
If you don't hear it, it's almost like it's not. It doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm. Facts upon facts.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. So, Saya thinks we should all normalize loving him. Wait, Saya thinks we should normalize us all loving him. I don't see an issue.
Well, look,
I mean,
I don't see any issue with normalizing loving Saya, because you know, Saya is lovable.
Yeah.
Saya is generally lovable. I'm not even just being big-headed. I am generally lovable. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's just from experience. It's just from experience. Now, whether whether that love stays long term, that's another thing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But generally, I'm lovable. You get me? Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No. Right. So that was the IG questions. Right. So, I saw, without a shadow of a doubt, this stupid.
Lars' voice. Lars is like,
Listen, I'm taking my time today. Your boy's unwell. And Si's just making fun of your boy. Because, I generally would be more hyped than this, but I'm just like, I'm under the weather today.
Yeah, so. I big up everyone in the chat. Yeah, make sure you big up Lance. Yeah, show him some love because he's under the weather. He's mad monotone today. You get me?
It's a. Listen, I'm here for you guys, innit? I'm here for you guys. That's the facts. And even though I'm unwell to bloodshed. Anyways, thank you,
Kalani in the building.
What's up, Kalani?
Don't know.
All right. So I saw, without a shadow of a doubt, the stupidest Instagram video.
What was that?
All right. So there was a woman that said the best way to understand how a guy thinks.
Okay.
All right. She said that if a guy approaches her and he asks for the number, she'll be like, okay. She'll take his phone, and instead of putting the number in there, she'll go to his search history.
Yeah.
Go to his explore page on Instagram.
Yeah.
And see what he looks at. And that's her staying ahead of the game. Like, women like her bruv, she's a dickhead. She's a dickhead, and it puts genuine women to shame. Well, not to shame. It puts them in a group where it just basically, she's a woman and she feels like she's representing all women by saying this. And now women are going to be like, all right, cool, yeah. I'm gonna start searching his Instagram history. Because, bruv, apparently, you searching the explore page on Instagram evidently shows you the type of person you are if you like to look at attractive women. That shows the type of person you are.
Does it? What? So your explore page basically is a profile of you, yeah?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. You go to the explore page, and apparently it shows you what you're interested in. So you hit the magnifying glass. Yeah. So apparently, gym, tutu uman, gym. But apparently you're a piece of shit if you have women on your explore page.
There is a lot of gym content. So there's a lot of gym content on my explore page.
Yeah. But me, bruv, do you know what mine is? Mine is football and Power Rangers.
Man said football and Power Rangers. So I'm just trying to get a profile of me right now. Trainers, gym, Ice Spice.
Oh my God. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Saya, you know the business arrangement that we were speaking about earlier on before we started filming? Yeah. So anyway, that sounds good. Right.
What she said.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounded good. Right. So I'm going to go to my explore page. All right.
God, let's see what Lance is saying.
All right. Okay, so let's go to my explore page. All right. So, bruv, Power Rangers and football, bruv. Football, Power Rangers. To be fair, I don't know how to get Power Rangers.
Are you following the Power Rangers hashtag?
No, I'm not following the hashtag, but I do follow the Power Rangers Instagram.
So,
bruv, listen, I'm a fan of Power Rangers, by the way. Power Rangers. So apparently this will turn a woman off, apparently, because it shows the type of person I am. Even though I'm funny, what would if you looked on an explore page, yeah? I don't think that really shows it, because that just, you could click on that's just the algorithm doing what the algorithm does. Apparently the algorithm is showing you what you're interested in. So it's showing me, that's nice right there. Yeah. But it showed me like Liverpool football stuff, Power Rangers stuff, funny stuff like this fat baby dancing. You know, apparently that's me. But apparently a woman wouldn't be interested in the fact that I'm interested in that. Even though I'm funny, I'm good looking, got dreads for days, the ting be tinging. You know what I'm saying? But apparently that shows that I'm a piece of shit. And then she said, if there's a whole lot of women on there that he's looking at, then she'd be like, nah, it's not for me.
You know what? If you're only going on Instagram, this is for the mandem right now, yeah. If you're only going on Instagram and you're only looking at gal, yeah, like literally, like you're gonna, I think you're wasting time. Mm-hmm. You're wasting your time, like on Instagram, only looking at gal. Mm-hmm. Lord fire.
The thing is, right, Instagram is a tool. So I use Instagram to obviously find content for TDIP. And obviously me and Saya throughout the week, we're just backing and forthing fuckery that we find on Instagram. But this girl was saying that she could actually that's nice. That's nice. She's saying that she's essentially blocking her own blessings because a guy could be looking at a whole lot of women, but she doesn't want to see that. She doesn't find that interesting. What if that woman there that he came is to what if that's his blessing? What if she's the one to change her life? Just blocking her own blessing. This is why women like that are idiots. Idiota. I'm currently doing Duolingo. Yes. Yeah.
Big up L. She's like, why are we wearing suits? What do you mean? This is what we always wear.
I mean, yeah, we do this every day.
We wear suits every year. I mean, every day, every week.
Yeah.
My bad.
This is what we do.
This is what we do.
This is what we do.
Well, you've not seen TDIP before? Nah.
She must be new. All right. So, All right. So a little bit more. All right.
It's freaking hot though.
I know, guys. Just so you know,
it's flipping hot.
We're gonna be in the suits for another 10 minutes at most.
It is fucking roasted in here. I'm not gonna lie.
In the thing for 10 minutes.
It is roasted.
Right. Right. So, there was something that you wanted to touch on.
Before I touch on that, yeah. Okay. I can't even remember what that was. That we were talking about. But before I touch on that, yeah, did you see a story? There was a story that kind of floored me a little bit when I looked online, yeah, and it was basically, and I'll read the headline. Yeah, I'll read the headline. Woman. We all love women.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, normal. It's no secret. The headline says, woman, 31, who had sex with a 13-year-old boy and then became pregnant, will serve 10 years in jail.
Okay. That doesn't seem like a lot. 10 years. I feel you have more to say on this, fuckery.
Sorry, I actually read it wrong, because that would have been that would have been way too easy.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you what the actual headline says. It says, woman, 31, who had sex with a 13-year-old boy and then became pregnant with his child, will serve no jail time.
Fuckery. No jail time.
Will serve no, and no is evidently in capital letters. No jail time, but will have to register as a sex offender under a plea deal. Now, make that make sense. Make that make sense. Right. So she's admitted openly,
right,
doing this with a 13-year-old. She got pregnant by the 13-year-old.
Right.
And she's going to serve no jail time. Yeah, R. Kelly got 30 years. Yo, Regin.
Okay, I don't
what? So R. Kelly gets 30 years and this one gets no jail time.
Fam, I don't want to stir the pot. I don't want to stir anything. What color is the woman?
That color, I don't know what that is.
Some kind of Latin?
Some kind of, she could be.
Some kind of Latin.
Latina. Some kind of Latina, I don't know. Oh, okay. Andrea Serrano. So, yeah, it sounds like some kind of Spanish.
Bruv, I'm going to pause right there. Katie has just said, I don't think R. Kelly did what they're saying he did.
Very interesting, Katie. We have touched on this.
We have.
In depth.
Most definitely. 10 episodes ago.
I did have some reservations myself.
I saw the tape.
Well, I don't think he's in jail for the thing that he should be in jail for.
No, but remember, he's got an additional, was it 20 or 30? 20? He's got an additional 20 for the shit.
For what?
Was it trafficking? It was trafficking, wasn't it?
I don't think he's actually got that. I think they dismissed that.
I'm sure it was trafficking. He
is in jail for RICO and the Mann Act. That is literally what he's in jail for. Mm-hmm. Or apparently organized crime and taking women across state lines. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is fuckery. "31-year-old woman from Colorado won't see the inside of a prison cell despite admitting to having sex with a 13-year-old boy in June 2022. It later emerged that Andrea Serrano had become pregnant as a result of a sexual assault on the minor. Jesus Christ. She was freed shortly after her original arrest in July last year on a £70,000 bond. On Friday, it was widely reported that Serrano's lawyers had come to a plea deal. A plea deal. A plea deal.
That's why she's not serving any time. That's why she ain't serving any time.
She's technically a paedophile.
She's free.
That's a plea deal for a paedophile. Where are we going with this? Prosecutors that will it will force her to register. She has to register, but she's going to avoid jail. Right. Yeah. She should be in jail.
100.
On I need. Because anyhow that was a guy. Anyhow that was a male and did that to a 13-year-old. It would not be a question about what should be done and why. And what, you know what I mean?
Facts.
That male would be in the jail, locked up. They wouldn't be talking about plea deals.
Facts.
No one's coming to you with okay, this, let's try and work this out, bruv. Nah. If he got a 13-year-old pregnant, imagine a man got a 30 madness. Sometimes there's double standards. Yeah, and the double standards kind of take away from the I suppose the fight for this equality.
Yes, facts.
There's a fight for equality at the moment, which everyone can support. Everyone can get behind this equality fight, yeah? But when you do stuff like that, people look at it like, whoa, what's going on here? That's not equality. You know what I mean? Because automatically people are going to be like, oh, it's because she's a woman.
Yeah.
Because she's a woman. That's why she's getting away with it, and it shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't even the lawmakers shouldn't even allow that sentiment to be put into the air. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? You shouldn't even allow that to be a thought process. Oh, just because she's a woman.
Yeah.
Not with a crime like that. That's gonna be that's the wrong association. You feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that kind of got me a bit.
Yeah, no, that. Yeah.
And then you got people like, and then you've got people that hate on people like Andrew Tate, bro. I think Andrew Tate should be in jail for where there's no evidence.
Exactly.
There's no evidence of doing anything yet. My man's in jail for God knows how long, 3 months or whatever. Not even been charged for a crime.
Yep.
Yeah. And this woman's out here not even getting jail time for that.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't take it seriously. Speaking of Andrew Tate, there was a report that he might have like lung cancer, and
he shut that shit down expeditiously.
He did shut that down
expeditiously.
I was a bit worried at first. I was like, "Yo,
no,
Bridgen."
No, he did say from the outset that they're gonna try and fuck up his shit, and I think he said that they're gonna try and kill him whilst he's in jail or something like that. But bruv, I'm not surprised that he shut that shit down, and you know what I'm saying, like, honest to God, free Tate.
Yo, free Tate.
Free Tate.
Right. Both of them. Don't know.
All right, so we have reached the half an hour mark.
Yeah, guys, listen. All right.
Give us about 5 minutes. We're going to get changed out of the suits because it is very hot. Loads of lights in the studio. We're going to put on the waiting screen on YouTube and TikTok. We shall be back momentarily to change into our civvies. See you on the other side.
got a beat I can body. Unfortunately, it belongs to somebody. Can't do much but bless it. But I got shells in the barrel, I ain't stressing. Kale and Ellis, baddest and the buttons caressing. Fun him on the gram, more flexing. Cold on keys, ice cream, winter cold breeze. The beat just fits on me. Like the dopest Liverpool tea. I hope you lot are betting on me, cause I'm ready for the world to know me. Story time for your gas stop. Like I'm popping, I'll let it in my blue Audi. Big up everybody who's reppin'. Show love in the commentary section. Let me know what you reckon, cause I only had 44 seconds done. I could have a party. Lockdown is super draining. Wanna have a few drinks with the mandem. Can't even link a bad one, although I'm very, very tempted. Don't know if I should risk it all. Forever locked in the studio. If I'm not homeschooling the baby, seriously, fuck maths and English. At least I get to drop content. Everybody please drop a little comment. This is the only thing that's keeping me sane. Oh yeah. Alright, watch this. It's not wrong for me to body a beat. I just stick it into logic and let the magic complete. I will holler at the ground and then cane it less off a tweet. I will stunt and then pretend like it isn't something to me. You're saying something to me, not even reaching the peak. I believe that this beat ain't even close to being complete. Less than 45 seconds to body something off a tweet. By the way I done this take, I fully neglects to breathe.
YouTube family, we back like we never left.
Back like we never left, baby. TDAP in the building. You
don't
know.
Get me. Had to free up the ting there. You see?
Yeah.
Don't know. Anyways, hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are well. Welcome back to the YouTube fam. Hope everything is blessed and them things there. Right. Okay. Like everybody's happy that we're back into the normal.
Yeah, back in the building.
All right, so let's go back to the tin. All right. Yes, you said you wanted to touch on something, Si.
What was that? I can't remember, bro. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So yes, you're right. Right, so I wanted to ask the ladies, yeah. I wanted to ask the ladies a question. Obviously, we've got people in the chat on the YouTube, and we got people in the chat on the TikTok, yeah. So I wanted to ask a question of you guys, yeah. Big up all the ladies inside the chat right now. Big up Bridie, big up Cherie, big up Abby, big up Irish, big up Nix. You don't know Katie. Yep. If I'm missing out anyone, big up. Wait, who's that, blood?
Say
Mr.
Yes to
Cream Pie.
Mr. Cream Pie. What kind of dread name is Mr. Cream Pie, bro?
Yo, but open that a second. So I wanted to ask the ladies a question, yeah, because this is actually important. Now, in terms of fathers, I don't know. I think. Even recently, I think this topic has come up in my personal life as well, yeah? So in my personal life, I've had conversations about the importance of being a father. Because obviously I'm a father myself as well. Lance is a father as well, so you get me. So we these things come up. Now, but I wanted to ask the ladies, okay, is your father in your life, yeah? And if not, how has the lack of having a father around full time, yeah, negatively impacted your life? Yeah. So how has it negatively impacted your life? Now I saw this post after I'd had like some quite in-depth conversations about this, and I thought to myself, all right, that's very interesting, because I wanted to read some of the comments as to what people are saying about this. Yeah. Now, obviously, it's not going to affect everyone. Everyone's not going to feel like it affects them. But there's definitely going to be people that this is geared towards. You feel me? So I wanted to read some of the comments, yeah? Just while you guys are talking in the chat, yeah? So the question was, how has having a lack of a father negatively impacted your life? Yeah? Now, obviously, we can be as real as you... Try and be as real as you can. Do you know what I mean? Because, again, some of these comments, I'll read one or two. One comment says, the impact of my father not being present from my teen years made me the opposite of resentful towards men. Yeah. I would let the wrong one close in hopes I could replace the love I had for my father. Wow. I'd want to do the most for them early on, for praise and appreciation. So essentially, she's saying she'd want to do too much for them too early in hopes that she'll get some sort of appreciation and praise. Yeah, essentially. All right. Like, for example, cooking dinner or making breakfast, longing for love as probably prevented me from obtaining certain opportunities, which is again, that goes into a whole nother thing. Do you know what I mean? When it's stopping you from actually getting opportunities. My mental health would be a lot better too if I had grown up in a healthier environment. Although we can't pick and choose our upbringings, I'm going to ensure that my future family have a loving home, both parents, and stability growing up. Yeah. That was just one person's comment. Another person's comment says, I'm a single father. Could never leave my daughter. I do her hair every day, school runs every day. I even opened the car door for her and show her how men are supposed to treat women. Yeah. Which is fantastic. Yeah. Another comment again in the question, because the question was about how's the lack of a father impacted your life. You feel me? Another comment says resentment towards men. Do you know what I mean? Even though you feel like you hate your father because they abandoned you, you still choose men who act like him subconsciously. Yeah. You have no standard for relationship, making your expectations and expectations too low. Okay, so you get taken advantage of or too high, so your view of a relationship is unrealistic. So it's two extremes that she's talking about there. Yeah, very low self-esteem and hypersensitive to any kind of threat of romantic or intimate situations. Oh wow. Oh wow. Could go on forever. Like, do you know what? There's a lot of comments here. There's a lot of comments. There's a lot of comments. And I thought this is a topic. Yeah. Again, I was talking about this, and when it comes to guys, I think it's been very widely documented, you know, how not having a father impacts men, because you can look at all the stats and, you know, a lot of men that are in jail, do you know what I mean, will come from a single parent home. Normally a single parent home means that they come from a home without a father, 9 times out of 10. Yeah. So, you know, violent crimes, if you look at people that do violent crimes and things like that, 9 times out of 10, or a lot of the time, they come from single parent homes. Yeah. These are things that we know is documented, in society. But what are the stats for women on their side? Because resentment, imagine it's a cycle. Resentment, a lot of them said resentment towards men. Yeah. So they're getting into relationships with men that really are kind of like their fathers in some sort of way. And they're almost repeating the cycle, because I suppose they're almost raising the men that they hate as well. That's another thing. Thanks. Because that hurt and trauma can cause you to actually start raising, when you have your children, especially if you become a single mom, you start raising this child that you could pretend, because of the fact that they don't have a father. You remember, you're completing that cycle. Yeah. So you're raising that child to be just like the person who you don't want in the first place, who might grow up to neglect as well, see a fatherless home as normal. You feel me?
See, you know what? It's interesting you said that, and something that Katie has just said in the chat. I don't blame the men though. Women's behaviour plays a lot. Now, that is very interesting, because obviously you said about the woman raising the man to be like their father. What Katie's saying is absolute facts, because the reality is that if I don't know, I mean, like I said, it varies from woman to woman, but the mother could actually change the path. She can actually change the narrative, change the direction, and be like, you know what? Yeah. Based on what I've experienced, I'm not going to allow that to affect my son or my relationship with my son. So I'm just going to go down a different path. I can speak from personal experiences that my parents split when I was 6. And my mum did the lion's share of the work. Yeah, we went to my dad's for the weekend, but during the week, my mum was just on job. Yeah. To the point where she was working 2 jobs to support me, my brother, and my sister. And irrespective of how my dad was, like, I like to think that me, my brother, and my sister, we turned out quite well. You know, we're not running the roads. You know, we've not been convicted or anything. We've not been to jail or anything like that. We've not done madness. You know, and I mean, yeah, some of our relationships may have been affected because of certain things that happen, but you know, like Katie said, the woman's attitude to this, if she's harboring resentment and she doesn't have it in her heart to change her attitude, then the likelihood is that the son is gonna grow up to be some fuckery.
Lindsay said, my dad provided for us financially, lived with us, but I wouldn't say I wasn't shown love, but not as much. Sorry, she lived with us. I wouldn't say I wasn't shown love, but not as much. So is she saying that she was
intermittent from her dad, essentially?
Yeah. Okay. So he was there,
but he wasn't there.
But he wasn't.
He wasn't there.
I think she's saying that he wasn't there in the way that she wanted him to be there.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? Where so their bond wasn't the way that she would have wanted it. Do you know what I mean? Maybe he's just a distant character. You know what I mean? So he's there, but he's just a distant character. You know what I mean? Doesn't really interact with her the way that she wants to be interacted. And that's important as well, because everyone's experience is different. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Every child has a different idea of how they want to experience their father. Do you know what I mean? So everyone, it's not a one size fits all type of situation. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? The guy that on the surface level you might see as a deadbeat, he might have a bigger impact on her positively. You know what I mean? even though he's not, even if it's not financially, because a lot of the time when you're growing up, it's not about finance. When it comes to the bond between a father and their daughter, it's not about finance. It's about the impact that it's about the bond between the two.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? It's the experience that they go for. That is what is remembered. Trust me, when they get older, they're gonna remember their dad did this, their dad did that. Not their dad bought food for the house. Do you know what I mean? Or their dad. You know what I mean? Yeah. The dad. I'm 6 years old. And my dad drove a Ferrari. She don't care. She don't care at 6 years old that your dad drives a Ferrari, or even at 10 years old. They don't care that your dad drives a Ferrari. It's not that deep. You know what I mean?
They want to be present.
They want something different. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What I would suggest is, this is what I would say this about women who are raising boys. They should always try to have positive male influences around. That for me was vital when I was growing up. Like I had my uncles. I used to confide in my uncles. I was around my cousins a lot. You know, I lived with my nan, and I was around my uncle there. Always visiting my granddad. So I always had a positive male in my life. And when I say positive male, like I'm talking about a man that's gonna be keep your boy on the straight and narrow. Essentially, a second father, gonna drapes him up if he knows he's on some fuckery, and just kind of like be present. Not exactly be his father, but just be a father figure. And I guarantee you, and I can speak from personal experience, if you have a male figure in your life that's constant, you can always go to. If he has that, then you'll have absolutely no issues. Because at the end of the day, a woman can't teach a man how to be a man. You know.
And some women are not gonna like that you said that.
It's a fact. It's a fact. I mean, yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I'm just, some women are not gonna like that you said that.
Do you know what? I know why. I think I know where you're driving at, because the reality is that when a woman can teach a boy to kind of be the provider, because in a sense where, because if she's being the provider for him, so basically said, okay, look, my mum's doing bits. My mum is providing for me on her own, so therefore, and I know it's a bit abnormal. It's a bit, when I say a bit abnormal, based on social constructs, the woman is supposed to be home raising the kids, the man is supposed to be outside. You know what I'm saying? So in that respect, my mum's doing all this stuff. No, she shouldn't be doing that. I should be doing that stuff. You know? So in that sense of being a provider, to a certain degree, yes, a woman can teach a boy how to be that person in that respect. But in terms of how to be a man, adopting the mentality of a man to be a hunter, a provider, a predator in a certain sense, you know, a giver, a lover, a protector. A woman can't instinctively and intrinsically do that for a boy. It has to be a man that does it. So that's what I'm saying. If you have males in your life, have them around, positive males, sorry, have them around your son. And
in the same sense, a male or a father can't teach a daughter how to be a woman. Like, do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's just not something that we know. We don't have experience on that.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we don't have experience on how to do that, and it would be a bit naive of us to think that we did. I would leave that to the mum.
Yeah.
Teach them what you know. You know what I mean? About how to, navigate this thing called womanhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolute facts. Absolute facts.
Elle said fathers are important, definitely.
Oh, 100%.
Not okay, so
not necessarily fathers, father figures. Father figures.
Fathers first and foremost.
Yeah,
because father figures are a secondary thing.
True.
Yes, they work, but not as not the same. It's not the same as having a father there. Elle says, not having a father has taught me how to navigate the world badly growing up, but I had to make a conscious decision to bring my kids up differently.
Love that.
How did you bring your kids up differently?
Very interesting.
What was that conscious decision. I want to just see if I can we go back on the on the comments here, and I just want to see some of those I just want to see some of the comments, because obviously the initial question that we had was how has not having a father, and I don't know who has a father in their life or who doesn't, so I just wanted to see if we had any relationships. Katie said, I felt lost, was looking for a father figure. It affected my relationships. Katie, when you said that you was looking for a father figure, how did that affect your relationships? Like, in what way did that actually affect your relationships?
Lucinda says, daughter's dad walked out when she was 2 weeks old. I think that gave us a closer bond, as it was just us. That's going to happen. That's going to happen by default. The reality is, if it's just you two, then you're just going to ride it out, and you two are going to be closer than ever, because she's going to see you as, you know, her mum, but also the mum that's the provider, protector, the nurturer, you know. Bridie says, since my dad passed, I was about 13, and I feel like sometimes I try to seek their approval as such. Absence of a father can do that, because you don't really and truly, you don't know no better, which is understandable. And plus, she lost her dad at a very young age, so how are you supposed to, how, like, it's unlikely that a 13-year-old is going to process their emotions that way.
Yeah,
you know. I'm sorry to hear that, Bridie. Sending love your way.
A lot of the comments I'm reading here, they do, as we've just been talking about, it affects, for a woman, I think is the general consensus that it does affect their relationships. It affects the relationships that they decide to go into. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's how the cycle, because what happens is, you don't have the father. It affects your relationships, because you don't know who you're looking for, or what you should be looking for as a foundation. Yeah. And then you start going into situations and create single situations from that. And then that is a single situation where they don't have a father, because it was the wrong person. You didn't quite pick that person right. Facts. And now you've got the cycle over and over again. Yeah. It's over and over again. So how do you come out of that? That's the question. How do you come out of that?
Cherie says, our relationship with our parents determine our attachment styles, which affect our relationships. Facts upon facts. Facts upon facts. What's happening, Tracy? Welcome to the chat. Please stay locked and smash your screen. Make sure you got the like. Guys, how many likes do we have? Obviously, we can't see from over there. How many we got?
Wait, hold up. Let me just read this comment, sorry. Not having a father around was a blessing. Nah, I don't understand that, but I'm going to continue. Not having a good, direct father male figure was bad because I didn't know what a man was. So I had to learn when I got my husband. Which was hard, as I grew up fiercely independent and masculine in how I approached everything. Now I'm learning to step into my place and be feminine. So in a way, she's saying that it was a blessing, because now she's actually getting to learn all that. But it's a hard way of learning.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? That's a hard way of learning. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? You're gonna need to keep slapping that like button, guys. Yeah. You're gonna need to have a real strong male figure as a man, when you do, you know, or you're gonna have to pick a guy that is really, like, you know, displaying those qualities in order to in a lot of ways teach you. Yeah. In a lot of ways, it is gonna be teaching. You know what I mean? You do need, like, I suppose it is about finding that guy who can give you that positive masculinity, You know what I mean? And teach you what it is to be in a relationship, because I think a lot of women, they're very scared as a result. They're scared that it's not going to work. Yeah. Because they've never seen it. They've never seen it work. So they're scared. They go into relationships scared, like literally fearful that it's not going to work.
Facts.
To the point where a lot of women will actually sabotage the shit. Self-sabotage the shit. Because you feel like, it's not, even if it's good. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even if everything's going good, it's not. It can't be this good. No, he's gonna leave me, bruv. And they fuck it, and they just start arguments for no reason. Facts. You know what I mean? And they start sabotaging the thing. Everything was going good. Everything was going good, and but you had to nitpick about this thing, and then it drives a wedge between the guy and your own relationship, to the point where you started sabotaging it because you couldn't. You know what I mean? Facts. It's a vicious cycle, and it's very interesting. It's something that we all should really just think about. Yeah. You feel me?
Right.
Any last?
No, bro. You essentially hit the nail on the head. Like you've bust that Jerry's Final Thought vibes.
Yeah.
You hit the nail on the head with that one, bro. Hit the nail on that one. I felt that was important to kind of talk about, because you know what, I've come to realize that a lot of people, women especially, don't see men openly talking about this kind of thing. And thanks to the TDIP family for kind of encouraging us to kind of talk about these things. Like obviously TDIP, we ask the hard questions and things there, so we're glad that you're here with your boys. You know what I'm saying? So thank you so much for just rocking with us. That's the main thing. And obviously side drops some mad gems as well. But now we're gonna get back to the fuckeries, bro.
Yeah, keep that chat going in. Yeah. Keep the conversation going in the chat, guys. Yeah. Obviously, but we might touch on that a bit later. But we're gonna move on. What we got next for you?
Absolute fuckery. Absolute fuckery.
So we're going from that to absolute fuckery.
Absolute fuckery.
We're not gonna give him an interlude first.
Nah, we're going straight from the fucker. Going hot to cold. Hot to cold, rude boy. All right, ready?
All right, go on.
Finding out your husband and OnlyFans partner is your half brother.
Bro, how are you gonna go from that to oh my God. Where's that come from, bruv?
Bruv, UK Gossip TV, bruv. They shouldn't have come back.
UK Gossip.
Alright, so
guys, we went from 0 to 100 just now.
Differently. Look at them.
What?
Bruv. They look like fucking twins. What are you trying to analyze? What are you trying to analyze? Bruv.
Man said my husband.
Bruv. So basically, this guy is a husband.
An OnlyFans partner.
Bruv. So he is just mashing up his brother, bruv.
Oh!
Probably should have saved this for the Patreon, bruv.
Big up Shuri. Yeah, such a natural transition. That's a TDIP transition right there.
TDIP transition. Let me. That was, bruv, when I saw the webcam. So finding out your husband and OnlyFans partner is your half brother is one thing. Deciding to stay together is another.
No.
They decided to.
Absolutely not, blood.
They started.
Regin, fam, brother, bro, Jenna, Chargy, King.
Bro, don't make me laugh my throat.
Good. No way. Why every time you read a sentence, does the sentence get worse every sentence?
Because this is what I do. I live to stress you out on this platform, rude boy.
Man said not only did they decide Hold on. This is the kind of thing that not having a father does, bruv. Like,
but, bruv,
what?
That's their half brother, so they have the same dad, bruv. So my question is, bruv, what are the odds of you raising fathering two gay sons for them to meet, be together,
and then and not exercise the critical thinking?
Be like, you look familiar. Like looking in the mirror and be like, there's a small resemblance.
Distinctive resemblance.
Small resemblance. And yet we're just here I'm not going to say because I don't want to get banned on TikTok.
Oh.
I don't want to get banned on TikTok. Alright, so I'm not going to go into
that. And then they decided.
Mm-hmm.
They made a conscious decision to just say fuck it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm. Right. I can't say that until we get about 20k likes.
Big up L. She's like, hold on. How you gonna touch on a topic like that and move on?
Because that's what we do, L.
We gotta move on. But we'll touch back on that topic.
Most
again,
definitely.
It's super important, guys. So we will touch back on that topic. Yeah?
All right. Trust me. A very interesting statement I found on the Shade Borough.
Yeah.
Sex happens because women want it. Relationships happen because men want it.
Interesting. This is facts.
We don't dictate sex.
Yep.
We may initiate.
Yep.
But we already remember
Shade Borough said that, yeah?
Shade Borough, bro. Because Shade Borough got banned, so it was TSB unseen. But when
what happened to Shade Borough, by the way? Yeah, I have been noticing.
They got banned. But because of the what was it because of? I'll find out later. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, women, like we already said this. Women have already decided.
Yeah. That
they're going to bang you. They've already decided. So when you come over, and they're like, oh, come over with a bottle of wine. You think, you're spraying.
Big up Ant in the building.
Ant in the building. You're late, bruv. You already know what the vibe is, but you're an hour late. What's good? But women have already decided. They already know that you're gonna mash them up.
Yeah.
Which I find that quite interesting. Actually, I do find that quite interesting because it just means that our game is the men's game may just be fruitless.
Do you know what?
It may just be.
Do you know what it is? Okay. And by the same token, okay, it's the other way around as well. So we know when we are gonna wife somebody.
Nice.
We know from the beginning. It's just the same way that a woman knows if they're gonna have sex with a guy. It's just up to that guy to just not fuck it up. Just don't fuck it up because I will go there with you. In the I know now in the first 30 seconds of meeting you, I'll go there with you. Just don't fuck it up. It's the same with guys as well.
Facts.
I know. Okay, that's wifey right there.
Oh, 100%. You already know.
I know. Oh, that there, know. I'm wifing that.
You already know.
He's not gonna say that to you, but it's up to you to just not fuck it up.
Yeah. How soon do we know? To be fair, it's very rare that it's immediately. Very rare. It can happen immediately, but it's very rare that it's immediate.
I think within the first interaction in terms of, like, I would say within the first week we would know if that is the girl that I would wife.
Yes.
It's just and sex has nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We said this a couple of episodes ago. It's about the way it's about, I think we touched on it about the 10 out of 10 thing. Yeah. Where women hitting certain, what's the word I'm looking for? Hitting certain criteria for a men. They already know if they hit the criteria, then all right, you're boom, that's wifey. Yeah. And it's not necessarily about the sex. Even though, as far as we're concerned, the sex is quite vital, as far as I'm concerned.
It is. But that's just one thing.
That's just one thing.
Remember, that's not all we want unless that's all you have. So the sex is one thing. Yeah. We want to get that out of the way ASAP. Facts. Because that's not going to determine whether we wife you or not. Mm-hmm. It's definitely not. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's other things.
Yeah. Like,
so that's what we're looking for, the other things. If the sex is not what we're looking for,
yes.
we want it. We want a lot of it. But it's
time.
not what we're looking for. You feel me?
Facts upon facts.
Yeah. So this is we are Abby said the game. Yes.
Yes. The game. Monique. What's going on, Monique? Welcome back to the Fam Bam. Once she done her self-care and putting a matching set, it's over. They already know. But men can still fumble the naan. Like honest to God, ladies, how has a man fumbled the naan with you? I'm interested to know how he has fumbled the naan. Because I've heard a lot of, I think I did this poll a couple of months ago about, bruv, man like cool tea in the building.
Yeah, cool tea in the
building.
Man
like cool tea in the building. You done now the thing set.
I got a little something for ya.
Done.
Be a cool tea in the building. Every single time, lad. Every single time.
What's good,
man.
cool tea? Celeb status in there.
You done now.
Alright. He had 3 eyes. Shantae.
He had 3 eyes. No, don't lie.
Oh my God.
He had 3 eyes and branch, and you went there. Don't lie, Shantae.
Yeah. Flipping hell, bro. I'll never get over that. But yeah, like I've heard that the way a man has fumbled the naan is and he was funny. What's good, Irish? Yeah, bro. Long toenails, bro.
Long toenails.
How does that happen? How do you have long toenails as a man? How do you have long toenails?
It depends on what you mean by long. Is it like scratchy?
Scratchy shit. That scratchy. That Abby said. Listen, how do you have long toenails as a male?
I mean, I don't think I've ever scratched anyone with my toenails, but I think my toenails are long. I don't know.
But to be fair, as a man, like really and truly, we shouldn't have that excess nail at the front.
Nah, I mean it's not coming. It's not like sticking out. Like you know what I mean. It's not like do you know that women's nails kind of will come out a little bit. Nah, it's not that.
Or they have one long nail on the pinky. I swear you had that at one stage.
What, on this one here?
Yeah, I swear you had that once. Oh my God, you're so clapped.
Nah, but that's not that long.
I think you're lucky you're good looking, bro, because that is...
That?
Why is that even... Look at mine, normal. See, why? That's a Nigerian thing, isn't it? No, technically that's actually a Yardie thing.
Tree climbing toenails.
My barber had a long pinky toenail, a pinky nail.
It's not. Look, I'm not gonna lie. There's not any actual reason other than sometimes you need one long nail for pure practicality.
What?
Say you need to open certain things, like you need to do something. Sometimes sometimes it's the thumb, because if you have just a longer nail on the thumb, you can do stuff. Practicality, like you can do stuff like this, open up things, like, do you know what I mean? You can get into the grooves of stuff. It's a tool. We are animals. You know. When we was in the you know, hunters and gatherers, we used these, bruv. It's a tool. It's a tool, you feel me?
Bruv, I can't get with it, because when my nails get to a certain length, I'm just like, I look clapped. I just look absolutely clapped.
For scratching. Say you need to just itch yourself. What, you're gonna just itch yourself with nubs?
Yeah, you can still itch yourself.
You can't itch yourself with nubs.
I'm scratching myself now, but it feels good.
You can't itch yourself with
good.
nubs.
Yes, you can.
You need to scratch.
Nah, man. Scratch what? Abby says.
Cool T says playing guitar. You know that man that play guitar, bruv. You get me with the nail. Ding 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 ding. You get me?
She's saying, nah, cut that nail, bruv. There's no need for it.
Nah, fam.
There's no need for it, bruv.
What? What's up? Big up Monique. What's Zaza seeds, bruv? Are you talking about that commercial Kush?
No.
What are you talking about?
Commercial kush.
You're talking about the bushweed with the sticks and seeds in it. What is it? What are you looking for?
What she's talking about with that.
Are you gonna break up for the smokers then? Are you breaking up your weed, brother? You ain't got no nails, bruv. Get me? You break up.
There's tools, man. There's grinder. You have a grinder for that,
nah, bro. You get me?
Nah, man. You just have weed particles in your nail, bruv. That's grim. That's grim. That's grim.
Look, every male should have at least one nail that is a tool, because you need that. You need that.
Yeah. Can't subscribe to that, everybody. I can't subscribe to that. You can keep your fingernails a little long. Nah, that's not my jam.
Look, bruv. You can see that. You gotta be able to see the whites a little bit.
I don't. Oh my days, mine need the trim.
You gotta be able to see. You gotta be able to see the whites a little bit.
Mine's a little bit.
Not to the point where they're hanging off your freaking they're hanging. No. Like, you need to still be able to see beyond the nail. The nail can't come in front of the actual finger nub. You feel me? See how it is here, yeah? It's not coming. It's there, but it's not coming in front of the finger. Now, as soon as you're over here, and it come like acrylics, bruv. It come like you should be at the freaking Chinese nail shop, bruv.
I'm not subscribing to that. No, we don't want to be scratched like that. Thanks, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes, let's say your grip's in the bum cheek, and you just, this thing scratches the...
I grip many a bum cheek. You get me? I grips many a bum cheek, and I never had a problem. You get me?
Yet. We shall see.
Yet.
Any hoosers.
Many a bum cheek. You get me? Nah. Amen. I grip many a booty cheek. You see me?
Alright, cool. Alright, so what we're gonna do right now, like I said, I should have said this from the top. Like, it's not gonna be a long episode only because I'm not feeling that well. So for those that are on the YouTube, please migrate over to the TikTok, because that's where we're gonna be right now, and just continue the vibes. That's because Saya only grabs the slim things.
Yeah, I know. Pew, pew, pow.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, everybody, thank you so much for rocking with your boys. I am your boy King Prime.
Yo, I'm your boy Saya the God.
You know who we be.
It's TDIP.
Obviously. Guys, we shall see you next week. Well, hopefully I'm in a better vibe. Alright? Peace. Say peace.
Peace.
You're rubbish at this stuff.
Found a beat I can body. Unfortunately, it belongs to somebody. Can't do much but bless it. But I got shells in the barrel line stressing. Kale and Ellis, baddest in the buttons caressing. Fun him on the gram, more flexing. Cold on keys, ice cream with a cold breeze. The beat just fits on me. Like the dopest Liverpool tea. I hope you lot are betting on me, cause I'm ready for the world to know me. Story time for your gas up. Man, I'm popping unleaded in my blue Audi. Big up everybody who's rapping. Show love in the commentary section. Let me know what you reckon, cause I only had 44 seconds done. I wish I could have a party. Lock down this